If you have heard the news lately, then you know that the real estate market is hot, hot, hot right now. And we are here to give you a quick housing update on the summer 2021 trends that we're seeing. So, there are a lot of people that already own homes. Maybe they've owned a home in both like the secondary and like third market, so houses that have been sold once or twice. They are absolutely shocked right now that their houses are going up in value 20 to 30% per year. So let's take a look at what's causing these trends. So what we have seen is that there is a critical shortage in new listings, which basically is new houses going on the market for sale, while there is a huge boom in demand. So a lot of buyers looking, but not a lot of sellers selling, which has caused this record increase in prices. So to put the increase in simple terms, basically that 20 to 30% means a house that last year was $100,000 would this year cost between $120,000 and $130,000. So when you multiply that out by a $200,000 house, you're now looking at a house that last year you bought for $200,000 is now $240,000 to $260,000. So we're talking about significant increases in 1 year for this housing market. So high demand, or with demand high and supply low, sellers are in the driver's seat. So this is what we truly call a seller's market. The good is that sometimes you can really cash in on equity in a home. It can be an amazing opportunity to make a change that you've been wanting to make, either downsizing, upsizing, just you want something newer, maybe change to a different neighborhood, whatever it's been kind of itching at you, and whatever you've been thinking, hey, maybe now's the time, this could definitely be a great time to cash in. The bad is that it's still a market where you have to price things correctly and according to the market in order to sell. So what we're not seeing is things where you price it $100,000 over what the market should be. Say you take that same $200,000 house that you bought last year, and the market's telling us now it's worth $240,000 to $260,000. Well, if you call me up and say, hey, I want to sell it at $350,000, well, the market is not going to allow that, and buyers are going to see that it's overpriced, and then it sits on the market for too long. The worst thing right now is anybody who is trying to really cash in, so they overprice their house to where it sits for more than a couple weeks. At that point, buyers absolutely look at it and go, well, with that house. If it's a great house, it would have sold by now. So I recommend still pricing it correctly, even in a strong market, and then letting the competition take care of driving up the price for you. And what do I mean by competition? I mean multiple offers. So when a house comes on the market that is priced correctly, at the high end of what I recommend, so say in this case, we're talking about that $200,000 house, we know that it should be priced between $240,000 and $260,000. If it's in great condition and you've done everything to stage it well and to get it available for showings, and we decide, okay, well, let's price it at that $259,900. Let's go right at the top of our range, and we get maybe even as many as 20 to 30 showings in the first weekend. What we can end up with is what's called a bidding war, or multiple offers. When we have, then the buyers actually drive that price up even higher. And that's the ideal situation. In fact, 70% of all buyers found themselves in multiple offers in April and May. And I know in certain price points, I would say it was almost more like 90 to 95% of situations where we had multiple offers. So a couple of different thoughts to think about is if you have investment properties, now might be a great time to cash in on them. So if you've had an investment property for a while, maybe you have a tenant who's moving out soon, maybe this is the time to say, let's put it on the market and cash out some of that equity. You can hang on to it for a little while, and when prices soften again, someday in the future, you can maybe turn around and purchase multiple investment properties using that cash as your down payment. Also, If it's your primary residence, and like I said before, if you've been kind of, kind of thinking, kind of feeling that pull towards thinking about selling, now really may be the right time to either downsize or upsize. If you need, if you realize now with the quarantine that you need a home office, or you need a little bit more space for the kids, maybe you really want to find a house with a pool, and or maybe you have a pool and you're tired of taking care of it, and so you're ready to downsize to a nice, easy, low maintenance home and travel more. Whatever your goals and dreams are, now really might be the right time to cash in on that primary residence in this market. And if you're looking to buy, don't worry, stay calm. The good news, while houses are going up in value significantly, there's no better time to buy than right now. So we're not expecting these prices to go down. What we're expecting is that the market will eventually soften and not go up as fast as we're seeing right now. So if you buy now, then in a year, it will still go up in value. Of course, depending on, there's nothing is absolutely for sure in life. We've definitely all learned that this past year. But it will go, historically, what we have seen, all the data shows it will still continue going up. So maybe it goes up at 15% this next year, or 10%. Well, that's still a really good rate of earn compared to any other investment that you can make. To make 10% on whatever you invest in, and on top of it, you're investing in home. You're investing in where you get to live every day. So it is absolutely still a great time to buy. There's also a lot of rumors, a lot of talk about interest rates starting to be on the rise. And what happens when interest rates go up is that your buying power is not as strong. So right now, while interest rates are low, you can actually afford more house and still have the same monthly payment as when your interest rates go up. Then all of a sudden your monthly payment goes up for the same house. So basically, like if at a great interest rate you could afford a $200,000 house, but interest rates go up, and now you go back to the lender in 6 months and you say, okay, now I'm ready to go buy my $200,000 house, and they say, oh, I'm sorry, interest rates went up 1%. Now you can afford a $180,000 house. So while it really still is a great time to buy. So don't get scared off in this market if you're a buyer. Just make sure you're working with a great agent who knows different strategies to use. Make sure you have a really good lender. The ideal lender would be one that's going to actually underwrite and pre-approve your loan, not just pre-qualify you. It's somebody who wants to actually work with you to make sure that your offer gets accepted. So including the lenders on when we submit the offers has been a big part of what we're doing right now. We actually connect the lender to the buyer or to the listing agent for the home that our buyers are trying to buy, and we make sure that they're having those conversations to reassure the sellers that our buyer is financially stable, that they're able to go through with this offer and this process and get to the closing table, which is everybody's goal. You definitely want to put your best offer out there first. Writing a personal letter to the sellers can do wonders. This is still the seller's home, and so connecting with them on a personal level and an emotional level to let them know what is so amazing about their home, that why you want to purchase their home can definitely make the difference when you're in multiple offers. That can be the tipping point that gets your offer accepted, and sometimes even if it's not the highest offer. Sometimes that letter is that emotional connection is what makes them choose your offer over everybody else. And then get ready to negotiate. And I don't mean negotiate on price as much as all the other terms. There's ways to make that your offer, without costing you another penny, is very attractive to the sellers. So just remember when you're buying or selling, keep the true market value in mind. What we don't want is to get caught up in the frenzy on buying and overpay for a house. And then on the selling side, you still want to what is the actual high end of the market value. And then from there, let buyers push up the price. So buyers, the most important thing is to have a great agent who really understands the strategies to use that will give you a competitive edge in this market. So a couple of the tools that we offer that we would love to provide to you is a free market evaluation for your home. So if this has piqued your interest and you're like, I'm curious, I'd like to know what my home is worth in this market, that is something we would love to do. So there's my phone number, our website, my email address. Connect with me any different way that works best for you. I'd love to look at your home specifically and let you know what I would recommend listing it for in this current market. And for buyers, don't be afraid. It is a great time to jump in still and just get pre-approved. Talk to us first so that we can get you lined up so that you can really be prepared to win in this market. So if you guys have any questions, please DM me through Facebook or Instagram. Here's my phone number, website, my email address, every different way that you can possibly connect with me and my awesome team. So we've got 2 other active agents on the team, Kara Sutterfield and Stacy McClellan. We've got a marketing specialist, Taylor, and we've got Jose, who provides additional support to the team. And then Andrea, who does our transaction to close. So she's actually our transaction specialist. So you've got an entire team of people here to support you and help you through this crazy market in a professional way to really win and reach your goals with real estate. So let us know how we can help you. We're here to help. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.